Sucker punch, and then, okay. Finally, victory. Jeez. That was a whole lot worse than I was hoping it would be. Move on to the next thing. Oh, jeez. That killed one of my previous runs. Barely survived that. Okay. Healing as much as possible. And I still have tons of energy. Why was I thinking I would not have tons of energy? I don't know. All out attack. Skewer. This is starting to go better than I thought it would. But I'm definitely still not counting on winning this. What's up, cool people? My name's Matt. Welcome back to my Act 4 run of Slay the Spire. So, for those of you not watching this live, I am on a different run now, obviously. I have cleared Act 2. So generally the situation is, well, the old coin doesn't really matter much, but we've got the Eternal Feather, which helps a lot for healing. Art of War, Tiny House, Pear, Mercury Hourglass, Dolly's Mirror, which I used to... Well, I'll talk about what I copied with that here in a bit. Got the Ancient Tea Set and the Sacred Bark. Those are my relics. Currently just have a block potion. My deck consists of the usual defense, but you'll notice the attacks have changed. Those are now bites, which deal 7 damage and heal 2 HP. That was an event thing that I encountered, which I guess I could have showed, because I don't think I've shown that one in a recording before, but basically, I got a bunch of damage dealing stuff, and what I copied with the mirror was Noxious Fumes. So, I'm kind of doing a sort of poison build-ish thing. Also upgraded After Image, so that's innate now, which means every card I play, I gain a block. That's kind of the general gist of things. Real quick, the full list is 4 defense, survivor, neutralize, all-out attack, backstab, panacea, or however that's pronounced, skewer, burst, terror, dodge and roll, die, noxious fumes, plus, dagger throw, after image plus, quick slash, deflect, dash plus, deadly poison, noxious fumes, regular, footwork, corpse explosion, escape plan, 5 bites, outmaneuver plus, and phantasmal killer for right now. So yeah, that's the situation. I'm in Act 3. Let's see how it goes. Okey-day. As usual, I will play After Image Plus to start things off. Don't know if I need an artifact, but I'll gain one anyway. Probably want to get rid of the Exploder first. I don't need to get rid of it just yet, though. So, in order to play Phantasmal Killer and deal double damage next turn, I will not kill the Exploder just yet. And, of course, I end up with very few attack cards on this turn. Oh well. I will deflect. Maybe should have played Footwork first. Oh well. Definitely going to play Noxious Fumes, because that'll get rid of the Exploder before it explodes, no matter what. Because of double damage, I'll use Bite on the Spiker. And then I guess I'll block. Okay, how to handle this? I could give myself tons of energy next turn if I used burst and then outmaneuver. I will inflict terror on the spiker. See, I think if I did burst and then terror, I don't know if it would let me select a new target for the second terror. Yeah, 99 vulnerable is already too much, because it doesn't stack the amount of vulnerability, it just stacks the turns that it lasts. Tuh, okay. Well, there's a interesting and kind of easy workaround for the thorns. Corpse explosion, dash, and gone. Sucker Punch Plus is actually kind of nice. Calculated Gamble. I mean, if I have a really crappy hand, that would help. I already have an all-out attack. It's not like anything special in my opinion. I feel like I wouldn't really be able to rely on calculated gamble anyway. So I'm just gonna go for Sucker Punch. Oh, falling. Okay. Do not want to lose Noxious Fumes. I think I'd rather lose Deflect than Sucker Punch, so Deflect it is. Okay. So, the question is, am I going to continue off to the right or veer into the middle now? I mean... Well, I'm not going to encounter a... well, if I make it to Act 4, I'm pretty much guaranteed to encounter a merchant there. So I don't necessarily need to try and maneuver over to one now. Yeah. So this is pretty much going to be 2 events, battle, rest. Rest, Merchant, Elite, Boss is Act 4, yes. I don't know if I necessarily want to fight 2 elites. Especially in fairly rapid succession. So... Other options include no elites, or left if you can get out of the elites. Yeah, if I go left, and then up a little bit to the right, and then straight up at that one fork before the rest, that'll avoid any elites. So, yeah, okay. And I just realized there was no if in what you said there, Seth. Yeah, lifelink trickery. Okay. Probably want to put terror on the one with the most health. I'm also going to neutralize it. I will, however, backstab a different one, I think. Or I could just intentionally get the middle Darkling really low on health first. But then I might get something that hits all of them. I don't know. Bite. Too bad your healing from Bite isn't relative to the damage dealt. Yeah, Corpse Explosion definitely would be nice in this situation. Doesn't seem like I'm going to get that, and good golly. I don't even have any option to... Ooh, hold up. I could do Burst into Phantasmal Killer. Which, I'm not sure if that would mean everything gets tripled or quadrupled next turn. Oh, double damage for the next 2 turns. Never mind. Okay. Trying to figure out what I want to do about this. I might Sucker Punch the front one here so I take less damage from it. See, now there's that. Good golly, they're about to attack for a ton. What the heck? Block Potion. Since, you know, I have the Sacred Bark that doubles its effectiveness. So, that cancels out 24 out of the, what, 12 plus 16. Yeah, I'm still taking some damage. Although, geez. So I deal that much damage to all of them. They all have 15 or less health. Can do footwork. And then I guess maybe defend for this turn. Because otherwise I'm going to knock out one of them. And this way I take less damage. As I get hardly any attacks. Love that. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Bite. Bite. There's a gap turn in between, I'm pretty sure. So now do I want to give myself more energy or make sure that it gets poisoned? Next turn. Go for the sure damage. Okay. There's 9 damage there. I'll discard one of those, because why not? And then Dash Plus should be enough. Victory. Okay. And I gain a skill potion. Can add a card to my deck. Poison Stab Plus or Deadly Poison Plus. I already have a dash. Oddly enough, I don't think I have a Poison Stab yet. No. I think I'm gonna go for a Poison Stab. Okay. So now we got an event thing. Unknown room. Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess I'm fighting a boss from Act 1. Which, this one turned out to be loads of fun for me. And I mean that as sarcastically as possible. Let's get some poison on it. I suppose I should backstab too. Might just try and hit it with a bunch of damage next turn. Assuming I get anything that deals any damage. Why are you like this? I guess it's gonna transform anyway. Okay. But yeah, it's especially if my run is still going okay, because that's when I would, like, have to tell myself to cut things off. I don't know if having absolute boatloads of energy next turn is going to be super helpful. But at the same time, like, what else am I going to do? Well, it does apply some poison, so I guess there's that. The explosion part isn't that big a deal. So, I mean, I could do what you're saying, Seth, or, you know, through the power of editing, I can, you know, take two different recordings and put them together. Ooh, hello. All the poison stuff. I guess I'll gain an artifact. And the associated block from playing a card. I'm like, do I even want to attack at all right now? Could also see what my skill potion gets me. Choose a card. Next turn, add 3 copies of that card into your hand. Well, Crippling Cloud, apply 4 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. Or a whole 6 more poison. Actually, I kind of like making it weak. Oh, shoot. That's right. It goes in there twice. Okay, well now, you know what? I'll play that even though the thorns are there. Sure, now I get terror. It's already weak. Essentially, if I use Bite, I'm dealing 2 damage and netting 0 HP change for me. Actually, yeah, I guess in that that turn, it got rid of the block that I had before having any HP change for me. Okay, so it's gonna deal 12 damage. I mean, Dash Plus will get me enough block to counteract that anyway. And then I can heal a little bit from using Bite, I guess. Really wish it didn't get the thorns back up there so quickly. But oh well. Defend, dodge and roll. Neutralize to keep it a little weaker a little longer. And then dagger throw. Okay. And even more poison. Which honestly will just kill it. But I think this might heal me, so I'll do that first. I mean, I knew it was going to heal me immediately. I wasn't sure overall in the battle for a second there. Can now gain strength at rest sites. Not sure if I'll end up doing that very much. But we'll see. Could get a backstab plus. Sure. Alright, so yeah, I'm thinking I go to the right here and then go up from there. Because that way I can avoid fighting any elites in this act. 26 gold, and Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain 1 energy. Okay. Not bad. Okay, I've healed a bit. Don't necessarily need to rest. But the reason I don't think I'll just gain 1 strength is because I'm thinking I'd rather upgrade something, maybe? So I guess there would have been another possible path to avoid the elites. Yeah, fair enough. And that actually might have had me battling slightly less overall. Oh well. Too late for that now. Could upgrade my other backstab, or corpse explosion. Sorry, I didn't even look at the upgrade there. That makes it apply 9 poison instead. Or upgrade my other noxious fumes. Fights are good. In a way, yes. But if you're finding them difficult, like, some of them in particular can actually set you back some. So yeah, I think I'm gonna smith and upgrade my other noxious fumes here. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. I just have to hit him a lot. Ooh, terror. I should have done that first, duh. The heck was I thinking? Maybe that's part of the problem. I wasn't thinking enough at first. Okay. Quick slash. Bite. All out attack. And there's that turn. Okay. Sucker Punch for sure. As far as this turn's concerned. This battle is going to be over before Noxious Fumes is all that effective, so... Poison Stab. And to try and deal extra damage next turn... Phantasmal Killer. Although... a little bit of ouch there. So I guess I'll use Bite, and man, now it's not giving me many attacks. Of course not. Right when I want to have a bunch of attacks. But I will burst into a Corpse Explosion then, I guess. Fortunately, the poison damage also counts toward lowering how much damage it deals to me. But again, with the lack of attacks, why? I'm like, should I go for Deadly Poison because I'm doing sort of a poison build? Or do I go for Prepared so I can cycle through stuff a bit better? I'm actually leaning towards Prepared, but Deadly Poison's also a good choice, and that's what's being recommended. So I guess I'll go with Deadly Poison. Okay. Heal a little bit from that rest site. Now, were I to upgrade a card, what would I upgrade? Or do I want to just gain 1 strength? I know I said I probably wasn't going to, but I might actually just gain a strength. Because if I upgraded... Okay, well that would gain 2 artifacts. That would deal more damage. That would just deal more damage. Of course, I could upgrade any of the poison dealing stuff. Phantasmal... Oh. Phantasmal Killer costing 0 could be nice. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, and a chest. Oddly smooth stone. Start each combat with 1 dexterity. Better than not having any dexterity, I guess. Oh, jeez. 2 exploders and 2 spikers? Yikes. Okay. Well, after image, as always. Get rid of one of these exploders at least. Let me see what I get from Escape Plan. It is not a skill. But quick slash. Okay. Now I could either defend twice, or I'm thinking use some deadly poison on a spiker here. Ouch. Ooh, okay. And now I get a corpse explosion, which I will put on the spiker. Sucker punch on the exploder. And then Phantasmal Killer. Okay. I'll get myself a bite on the exploder before it explodes. So let's see here. There's currently 9 poison on the one spiker. A couple of turns of noxious fumes and then I'll be out of here. In fact, yeah, it's gonna be dead this turn. So... meh. Just on the off chance that it's not, though. Yep, okay, cool. That didn't go too terribly. Would have preferred not losing any health, but eh. One less for each card discarded this turn. I don't have that many methods of discarding cards. I've got Dagger Throw, All Out Attack, Survivor. And that's kind of it. Since it costs 0, I think I might go with Endless Agony. Okay. So, I guess I'm gonna go to the right from here. Yeah, definitely don't... We're trying to avoid elites, honestly. Huh. Oh, no. The relic I get from this is just the red mask thing, which... I mean, yeah, it applies, I think, 1 weak? Or 1 vulnerable, maybe. One of the 2 of those to all enemies at the start of the battle. But I'm not sure that's really what I want right now. Ah, Sensory Stone. I guess I'll go with the middle option, although I am about to get into 2 battles here. Gonna play it on the safe side and just add 1 colorless card. Finesse, gain 2 block, a draw card. Panic Button. Transmutation. Add X random colorless cards into your hand. They cost 0 this turn. But random could be a hit or miss kind of thing. Is it weird that I'm leaning towards Finesse? Add X random upgraded colorless cards if I happen to upgrade Transmutation. I mean, the whatever cards I get would end up costing 0, so yeah. It's not like it would hurt my chances. Okay. After Image, as always, to start off. I should get rid of the exploder first. Probably. Okay. Play Burst into Phantasmal Killer. Defend twice. Not that I needed to defend twice. Ooh. Oh, but that's right, I did Phantasmal Killer, so attacks are going to deal more damage this turn. Okay. Well, I can get rid of the Spiker this turn, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's not actually going to be affected by terror. I suppose instead I could just kind of chip away at its artifacts if I don't die beforehand. It seriously gained even more block. Good grief. That's what it seems like anyway. Okay, well... No, not Sucker Punch yet. Quick Slash to see what I get there. Well, okay. Could gain some dexterity, which would at least counteract the frail effect. Okay. No damage for me this turn. But the Spheric Guardian does keep gaining more block, which is annoying. Oh, hello. Well, shall we see what the transmutation gives us? Jeez, okay. Draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Like, they're all just about putting cards into my hand. Like... And that's a skill, not a... Dang. So, like, a power wouldn't really help me there. That is really quite annoying. And they all exhaust. Like, that was really not a great transmutation for me. Just to play a card so I gain a block. That's pretty much the only reason that I'm doing anything with any of these. Okay, well, at least there's that. Okay. We'd like to heal a bit, so bite. Noxious Fumes, because why not add more poison? Give myself some block this turn, and... Hope I get a bunch of attacks next turn. Oh, okay, well. Right, Phantasmal Killer is 0 cost because it's upgraded. Duh. Okay, neutralize. For sure. Quick slash. Sucker punch, and then, okay. Finally, victory. Jeez. That was a whole lot worse than I was hoping it would be. Yeah, it is about time I wrap this up, so... I really don't like Masterful Stab that much. I'm gonna pick Deadly Poison then. Move on to the next thing. Oh, jeez. That killed one of my previous runs. Alright, you know what? Give myself a slightly better chance here. Because I'm already not liking my chances a ton. Okay. Yeah, I realized some of the cards were already upgraded, but... still. Oh, geez. And now there's Corpse Explosion in the mix. Seven times 3, that's 21 damage. Not ideal. Let's see what I get from Bite. Okay, that's a bit better. I'll take that and play Noxious Fumes. Okay. So that's 21 damage that it's gonna deal to me. At least for the moment. Let me see what it changes to when I Dagger Throw. I think I'll get rid of Skewer. Oh, because I didn't actually deal any damage to it. Okay, 11 isn't terrible. Footwork and defend. Okay. And I have literally no attacks this turn. So, in order to keep myself alive, well, I would survive either way. But still, I'm gonna play Burst. Although maybe I should have just done Defend and Deadly Poison. But still, the poison compounds every turn anyway. Terror could have some interesting possibilities. Sure. And then I guess I'll see what I get from Transmutation. Hello, Impatience. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. Well, I have some attacks. At the start of your turn, add a random colorless card into your hand. Ooh, Sadistic Nature. Yeah. Whenever you apply a debuff, they take 5 damage. So I guess that would just automatically happen every turn because of the Noxious Fumes, right? And you know what? Just because I gain a block from doing that. I'm still gonna take 10 damage right here. Unless I feel really daring and see what the Snecko Oil does. Or see what it gives me. Going for it. And literally none of them got set to 0. I should really, like, wait a little bit before I say I'm gonna do things. Or in between when I say I'm thinking about doing something and when it actually happens. But yeah, like, it's supposed to randomize the cost, and yet none of them got set to 0? Or is it always just gonna be 1 through 3? Zero to 3, yeah. So the fact that none of them got set to 0, kind of absurd. Okay. 10 damage is probably survivable. Yeah, thanks. I get that, Seth. You don't need to pile it on. Draw 2 cards. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. That, I guess. See, the problem is, if I attack, it could decide to do something that deals even more damage. I suppose instead I could just play Survivor for now. Discard Endless Agony, maybe. Apply a bunch more poison. And then use Outmaneuver. Yikes. Okay, 48 damage. That's definitely something I want to change. So, we'll go with Dash to start things off. 10 times 3, that's still quite a bit. Dagger Throw. See what I get from that. Why is it showing Bite as if it's a 3-cost card? It shouldn't be. Yeah, he is dead. And he's not even gonna attack anyway. Okay. Barely survived that. Cloak and Dagger, maybe? Random costs stay until the end of the battle. Oh, really? Because it seemed like most of them weren't showing any indication of being randomized. I don't know. Okay. Healing as much as possible. Okay, yeah. I did kind of tell myself I had a hard cutoff for today. But also, like, this is it. Whenever you play a power card, it gains 1 strength. Okay. Just power cards. Gotcha. I think I want to try and get some poison on the Awakened one. Otherwise... Huh, interesting. Gain 7 block. I think you mean enforce them. I hate to do the it's time, but here's an argument for continuing. Yeah. Hold on, what just happened there? Oh, right, that changes it to 1, not 0. Duh. Now I'm like, do I keep going after the awakened one, or maybe I should do something about these cultists? Because they're just going to keep getting stronger. Okay. Well, I could definitely take advantage of corpse explosion here. Endless agony. A couple times. And then a bite. Kaboom. Although I'm about to get hit for quite a bit. Yeah, the problem is I really kind of don't think I'm actually going to clear this run. And I guess maybe that was... or clear Act 3 in this run. And I guess that was really why I kind of stuck with it. Sure, let's gain some dexterity. Cloak and dagger... I mean, shoot, I can play all of these cards, so why not? Ouch. Terror. Okay. Now all of my stuff is going to deal more damage. And since I gain a bunch of block from this one as well, I'll go ahead and play that card. And I still have tons of energy. Why was I thinking I would not have tons of energy? I don't know. All out attack. Skewer. This is starting to go better than I thought it would. But I'm definitely still not counting on winning this. I can defend twice and not take any damage this turn. It's noxious fumes. There's another phase, and I think when it enters phase 2, all the poison would go away. Let me see what I get from Dagger Throw. Yeah, I guess I'll defend for now. Well, to be fair, also, the other thing that I wanted to do today was really more of a want to do, not a need to do. Eight times 4, oof. I'm still about to take a ton of damage, though. Yeah. Those attacks are good for 32 damage. Okay, Survivor. I think I'll ditch Deadly Poison. Get a couple of bites in there. Still alive, barely. And this is where I think I'm about to die, seriously. unless I were to draw something like absolutely crazy from dagger throw or quick slash. I mean, dodge and roll gives me some block, but not a ton. Sucker punch to weaken it. Still gonna deal 24 damage. And I can only get up to 11 block. Yeah. That's it for that run. Dang it, I was close. Okay, so... well, now we've got a whole nother recording worth of stuff getting up to Act 3. So I guess the next time that I pick this up in any kind of recording, it will be entering Act 4. Okay, so I still have not made it all the way through. I did at least get to the Act 3 boss. So I'm getting closer. But, yeah, just, it was kind of a rough set of circumstances, honestly. And that just kind of happens. Like, there are certain combinations of things that will just inherently mess you up on any given run. Especially if you're going for a particular theme and then you encounter an enemy that's pretty much a counter to that theme. But I digress. So, obviously, next time I will try to have things ready going up through Act 3. Or at least, because I might want to show... I don't know how exactly it behaves, so to speak, just before you would get into Act 4. So, if there's any chance, I might try and get it to either the Act 3 boss again, or, like, I might clear the Act 3 boss and then try to, like, immediately save and exit and hope that it doesn't try and make me fight it again. But, in any case, I'll be trying to pick things up just before I would enter Act 4. Fortunately, I, can use some time in between recordings to get us there. But, anyway, so that's where we'll be picking things up. Make sure that you subscribe and click the bell to get updates so you don't miss it if you're interested in that. And of course, as always, like and share the video if you enjoyed it. And, make sure you look down in the description for links to social media pages and other ways to keep up with what I'm doing. And then if you got any thoughts or questions, leave those down in the comment section. So that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another video. But whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, people.